Hello everyone. I have a little bit of a problem. Not me actually oversleeping, but I can't reach chat. I tried to fix it off screen. I'm um, restarting again now, but if I've had trouble with my connection all morning. Like I couldn't even have a YouTube video in the background because it kept stopping to load, even if I turned down the quality. Hi, Aaron. I mean, I can try to look here, but oh, I didn't even connect this. I'm so sorry. This is not good. I've been wrestling with my connection for a few hours. Hi, Aaron. It's not. I didn't fix it. It's not fixed. Hi, Timu. Hi, Kenny. I'm restarting for the third time. Hopefully, the third time is a charm. Oh, something is happening. So I have connection, but it's so... Who asked for this? Oh, the security can read video. Suddenly I got a pop up. Who asked for this? No one. No one asked for this. I'm so sorry. I mean, I was doing this off screen, but I figured I might as well just come here. Gary, please. I am 30 minutes in a video, and it took me 3 hours. uh, where's Twitch? I'm not even sure anything updated. I fail. Oh no. Oh no, I am the one who's failing today. I didn't reheat my water bottle. Oh, is it loading? Come on, I just need chat. I guess I'll read today to make sure that I can read chat. But that's okay. Okay, okay. I think I'm in. I think I'm in my own stream. Yay. Let's see. I'm not gonna touch anything. Like everything is off. Only chat and Discord in case I need to get a message over there. Let me know if the connection is bad and if I'm stuttering. Might be able to do something about it. I don't know. I'm so sorry, Aaron. I have been so worried about not being able to actually, see chat that I forgot forgot to plug it in. Okay, okay. I don't know what's wrong. You know how annoying it is to try and get try to follow a reading vlog and it stops just playing every 10 seconds. My gosh. What video? I didn't get a video. Wait, what? Did you already send it? Because yes, I would like to have another video of your. Could you just post it in the like a general something somewhere in Discord? Because those are killing me. I need that. I've never considered doing my nails with like a powder, but these are convincing me that maybe I should invest in some of the powder. You didn't? Okay. Oh my God. I don't know. I woke up and my Discord was completely messed up. I think it's just my general connection. I wanted to blame Twitch, but like everything is messed up. I couldn't watch YouTube, even if I turned the quality down to like 360. Like, what do you mean you can play this? This is not the 90s. Um, Yeah, no, my speed is really slow. Okay, well, I guess I'll be reading today. What are you doing? I overslept. Actually, overslept. If I intend to not get it. Wake up at 5. And usually when I sleep through my alarm, I wake up at 7. But today I woke up a little after 8, completely confused. I thought, huh, did I take a nap? And is it still yesterday? What's happening? No, I last week my jaw was hurting so bad that I got desperate enough to put one of those headbands that girls or people usually wear to keep their hair back for when they're doing their makeup, like a fluffy with a bow and stuff. And it helped. It took the pressure off my jaw, and I thought, wait, is this why I have such trouble sleeping? Because it's been escalating really badly in the last few months. Like no sleep. I keep waking. I kept waking up at every other hour. Uh, so no decent full sleep, no actual REM sleep. I was basically feeling like I was dead on my legs. And then my jaw it got so out of control. I always have pain in my jaw. It's a long story. Uh, but it got so bad that I couldn't physically keep my skull together. So I did that, and I decided to try and sleep with it. And ever since, I actually gotten deep sleep. And I in the last few days I've slept like a minimum of 10 hours, and last night I don't remember waking up at all. Uh, so I guess my body has caught on to the fact that oh no, we can have a deep sleep. Let's make use of it and just sleep for 12 hours. I feel destroyed. I feel completely destroyed. Not just because I'm in an endometriosis episode, which is a general leak on energy, but like now I know that what sleep feels like. I had completely forgotten that what actual deep sleep feels like, and I want more. I want all the sleep, and a hot water bottle, which I'll be making during the first sprint, because I guess I'll just go read. I started the Maniac yesterday. Oh my gosh, Kenny, thank you so much for the bits. And for the follow, Brute Fruit. I love that name. Welcome in. Uh, I started the Maniac yesterday. Oh, and I promised to talk about 2 books that came in. I got this at the library in a panic because there was police everywhere, and I needed to go out, but I was afraid that if I left with a panic without any books, that I didn't know why they were at the library. I didn't know who they were looking for, so I just figured I need to have something, so I'm not suspicious. And I just grabbed a few books. This is one of them, and it's about John von Neumann, who is an actual person, and I didn't realize this. It is. It was put in history though, but that could also be like historical fiction, and it was taken from a table that is supposed to have fluffy, cozy English reads, not this, and certainly not big letter books. I wanna bring that back. I feel very bad about having that in my possession. Libraries only have a few, if even more than one copy of big letter books. So the fact that it was put on a display where anyone can get it is not good. I feel very guilty that I have that. Hi Blue, how are you doing? Yeah, you do, Blue, I know, but I have had trouble sleeping literally my entire life. I cannot remember a time where I had like rest. I always wake up tired. I always have trouble sleeping, and if I wake up in the middle of the night, I have trouble getting back to sleep. And the mornings are it's just kind of normal to me, right? Because I've always had this jaw problem from since I was a kid. You want to join? So I didn't really connect the dots, but it seems like my troubles with sleeping is definitely connected to the fact that my jaw is broken. That's just what it comes down to. And I think that is what is keeping waking me up. Not maybe not always, because I do have nightmares, but like in the last few months, it was just ridiculous. And I am so exhausted. Why do I wake up at like 12, 1, 2, 3? Why? Please let me sleep. And now I've put that thing on my head. I'm just gone. I've never had that. I've always very impressed with people who can just like, lay their head down on a pillow and sleep. Wouldn't it be great if that was my last minute present from this year, that I could actually sleep? I would love that. I'm sorry. I'm so weak. I'm so sorry. I know it's so unsatisfying. I know. I'm sorry. I'll do my best in a little bit, okay? If I have a hot water bottle, it hurts a little less. So, yeah, I overslept because apparently I am having proper REM sleep for the first time in my life. I am still tired though. I just wanna. Now I actually want to sleep. Normally I want to sleep just because I don't want to be awake. But now I'm like, rest, actual rest. Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this thing called sleep? Actual sleep. Uh, so I think I'm gonna try and make the most of that for the coming few days, because next week is gonna be very busy, isn't it? Or do we have any plans for Christmas? I will be going to see family for at least the first day of Christmas, at the very least. Let me put it this way. I also got a few things in the mail yesterday. I need my stickers. Um, this one feels nice. I got a few things that were gifted to me by Loop. Are you okay? Get your butt away from there. One of the things was a new puzzle for Winston, so he can, amuse himself with treats. I wanted to put it underneath the Christmas tree, and I kind of should put these on there as well, because it's just fun. I didn't really I didn't really go out of my way or think about it at all. In the years before I lost Bo, I would kind of start collecting just tiny little silly gifts for me and my cats and friends and family, like in September, October already. But because there's been so much loss and grief in the last 2 years, I haven't really felt like it. And the only reason I put the Christmas tree out this year is because I felt like a kind of like a going through the motions, and at some point it will start to feel better. And I know that having a Christmas tree does make me feel better, even if I didn't want to set it up. And I got a few things from Loop, but Throne has been a bit of a baby. I don't know. It's been going wrong. I had to reorder a few things, and things are sold out constantly when they're not. It's really weird. I hope it's just a me problem and not a Throne problem. But 2 books for the Hermit road trip have come in. Azazil, winner of the International Prize for Arabic Fiction 2009. Very, very, very excited for this one. Yusuf Zidan. I probably butcher names. Please know I try my best. And then Stephen King's 11/22/63. A Day That Changed the World. Well, if you could change it back. About the assassination of JFK. Right? Yeah. Many, many years ago, I read a series of historical fiction books about the conflicts in North America between the UK and France. The author took diary entries, official reports, and newspapers and pamphlet stories, and filled in the blanks with a fictionalized story based on those. I love that. That is such a genius way to teach people about history. I love that. I want more of that. I want to say Outlander, but also that's really a lot of fiction. Even though the historical happenings in Outlander are correct, because she was a historian before she became an author. These are probably the first 2 books I'll be reading for the Hermit road trip next year. I am working on trying to promote it better. I'm not good at that. I don't like promoting stuff, but I guess I'll have to do so. You read it, Kitty? I am going on a Hermit road trip starting January 26th, which basically means I want to travel the world through books. all the books, all the countries in the world. I want to read at least one book of. And for the US, I've decided to do all the states. So, oh, really should incorporate that here. Um, if you know any specific books, there's a Google Sheet in that video, and all my videos I'll be uploading on YouTube, where you can submit a book from a specific country or a specific state in the United States. Because choosing one book for the US is unfair, I feel like, and impossible. So that's kind of the compromise I decided to make. There are 195 countries as far as I could find in total. So plus, what is it, 50 states? What is it, 50? Why do I think 52? No, that's weeks in a year. Is it 50 states? So it's gonna be a bit of a trek. I knew it wasn't gonna be finished by the end of 26, but also I think this is gonna be a 10-year plan. I'm so excited. 50 states. Okay, thank you, Blue. So you do the math. That's a lot of books. Even if I were to read 2 each month for the Hermit Road Trip, that's good. It's gonna be a bit bigger than I anticipated, but that is only making it more exciting for me, at least. And I'm happy that I can just start right away. I'll be starting with Stephen King and Azazel. I haven't read that much of Stephen King. I read Carrie, Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, one of the newer books, A Fairy Tale, I listened to. But I tried to read Dreamcatcher, but I was so traumatized at the toilet scene. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but I was like done. I couldn't go to the toilet. Well, I did, but very quickly for months after reading that scene, and I kind of stopped reading Stephen King after that because I was like, I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. And this is set in the 5th century AD. Azazel is the exquisitely crafted tale of a Coptic monk's journey from Upper Egypt to Alexandria and then Syria during a time of massive upheaval in the early church. The monk, Hippa, embarks on a journey both physical and spiritual, encountering the devil, Azazel, and the hardship of severe temptation. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I read that really stupidly. Let me start at the monk, Hippa, embarks on a journey both physical and spiritual, encountering the devil, Azazel, and the hardship of severe temptation. That is how you should say it. At times able to resist, while at others bending to the strengths of his desire, Hippa learns that physical pleasure and spiritual enlightenment can be 2 sides of the same coin. In sparse and often sparkling prose that reflects the arid beauty of the Syrian landscape, Azazel is a novel that forces us to rethink many of our long-held beliefs and invites us to rediscover a lost history. The Irish Examiner calls it a triumph. Is that one still open? Because, no, of course it's not. Let me see who submitted it. Oh, here. Jesus. No, I don't know what you're asking me, but I don't know. I got it. Stop. If I have questions, I will let you know, Google. No, there have been no more submissions. I have 14, which is great. 99 Guru Chat. I think, yes, they submitted Azazel. And the Stephen King book was submitted by Loop. So if you know of, it doesn't have to be your own country, by the way. I should probably be a little bit more, I mean, always when you're done with something, you realize, oh, I should have said this. I should have said this. Hi, Les Bound. How are you doing? Um, it doesn't have to be your own country. If you know of a work from Mongolia that was from an author from Mongolia, even if they don't live there anymore, if the story takes place in Mongolia, then yes, add that. It doesn't even have to be your own country. I'm just looking for translated works into English from every country in the world and all the states. Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam are considered part of the USA, and the people are U.S. citizens, but they don't have voting rights and only non-voting representatives in the government. Yeah, I don't. Let's not. I am not okay with that. I don't feel like that's fair. I don't understand it, especially because I know that Puerto Ricans. I'm so sorry, are treated really badly by Americans. Not all, of course, but I have heard some stories that are really ridiculous, and a lot of Americans who are just sad, just sad people, are very racist and don't consider Puerto Ricans Americans. So it's just a mess. You're sick. At the same time, that's new and funny. Oh no, Lesbound, do you have a fever? Please make sure that you drink a lot today, all right? I forgot my water, so I'm not giving a good example. I'll go get it in about 2 minutes. In about 2 minutes, we're going into a sprint. My connection is being silly today, so I'll be reading The Maniac, which is a fictionalized history of John von Neumann. And it's sad. It's sad. It's basically, until now, explaining me about the madness. I'm not entirely sure about the title yet, but I'll get back to that when I finished it. But madness is cause the genius of these men is causing madness, and that madness in turn is it's just sad. The other book that I got from Loop Through Throne was A Dark and Drowning Tide, which is a palate cleanser and not necessarily connected to a project or anything. So, I'm happy. I have more books. I am working on a video of my physical TBR because I promise I really don't have a lack of books to read, but you have to understand that I do. Like, I have a lot of heavy works, like biographies or like The Count of Monte Cristo and stuff over on my physical TBR, and I need I need a few of this as well, because as much as I love books that are over 1,000 pages, I don't want to get myself into a reading slump. So I need some. What are you doing? Do this here. Can you see it? Change every once in a while. Hello, Maslov. No fever, only throat and body ache. Okay, be careful, please, and drink a lot of water. And if you drink meat, chicken broth is really good for feeling sick. It has been proven. My girlfriend adores King's books, especially Under the Dome, and I presented her The Sand, reading it at the moment. Ooh, are they freaky like the Dreamcatcher? Because that was not my thing. But I do like his other stories, Stephen King's, like Carrie, and The Girl Who Left Tom Gordon, which is magical realism, like that, I guess. I am going into a sprint right now, though, which means I'll be muting myself, so you can try and focus as well. Ha! I remembered. I will be reading because my connection is poorly today. It's poorly. Let me know what you're up to. If you just want to hang out and chat and keep each other company, that would be great. If not, let's get to it. Good luck. I will see you in half an hour. last minute. Okay. Um, as usual, it takes a moment to warm up for the cats to settle in. I don't know what's happening with Toos. I mean, I do. I think she feels my desire to sleep, and she's like, "Come on, let's go sleep." But I'm learning a little bit more about the madness of scientists, no, physicists today. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. I don't know. I'm gonna prepare myself for a cry or two. I'm afraid. Thank you for the follow, Maslov. Welcome in. And hi, Borky. How are you doing today? I have stayed in for New Year's for years and years. The first time I did it, I was very insecure about it because the people I was hanging out with, had a pretty crazy New Year's every year. But I just wanted to stay home with my cats and make sure that they were okay. And I haven't changed it since. I just stay home. I don't like being out for New Year's. It's too hectic. I'm actually scared of fireworks because just because I don't light fireworks doesn't mean that I'm safe, because people are mad. And people think it's funny to shoot certain fireworks to people because it makes them jump. And yeah, I would rather not lose an eye because of someone else's poor joke. Plus, when I'm at home, I can just go to bed. I mean it. I don't even go outside to say like Happy New Year to neighbors and stuff. They can see me on a safer day in daylight, not during the night when people are going absolutely mad, drinking and playing with fireworks. Not for me. So instead, I sit safely by my window, and I will wave at neighbors if they want to try to lure me out. I am not going. I'll wave and pretend I'm dumb. But yeah, I get like nice food. Usually I order in like a pizza. I have a bottle of nice wine. Uh, uh, and I dress up purely for myself. I go completely mad, unless I want a PJ evening. It's there's no in between. It's either I just have my PJs or I dress up with like all the glitter and everything. But it just depends on how I feel, and I make it extra cozy. To me, it is just a normal day at the end. But I guess it gives me some permission to spend money on some more expensive, silly food that I normally don't eat and really don't feel the need to. But my most important goal of New Year's is to keep the cats calm and not panicked and not have a too late evening so I can start the year, not a hangover. But that's just me. Get some pasilla or something. Ooh, nice. And take a minute walk along the canal. That is very brave of you. Nah, I'm staying in. I like even the days before and after. I'm really scared. Because they don't get it. It's just teens thinking they're being funny, but their jokes could actually mean you lose a freaking eye. And I am not amused. I don't think it's funny, and I'm sure they wouldn't if they lost their own eye. But I know too many horror stories, not just for humans, but like pets that were, not safe during New Year's. Um, and really, the only thing that bothered me the most was that other people will, and still will make fun of me for not wanting to go outside. What do you mean? It's just because you want to start the year with a hangover, and I don't. Please don't bother me. I'm not bullying you either. If you do want to do that, that's fine. I don't. I just want to be cozy. I'm a homebody. Please understand. going outside in this economy. Yeah, Barky, exactly. Two drinks in a bar is the same as like a whole week of food for a family of four. What are you reading, Barky? How's it going? Hi, Kevin, the UK. Welcome in. People say Happy New Year until mid-January anyway. Exactly. But yeah, no, I've had a few instances where neighbors would be very excited outside my window, like, come outside. Like, I'll just wave and smile and pretend that I don't get it because I am not. I'm not going outside. No, no. I'm inside, I'm cozy, I'm safe. And I'm lucky. I can see almost all the fireworks of town from if I sit in a very specific corner of my home. And for the last few years, I just sat there with the cats, and they look at the fireworks too. The first like half hour or so, they're really confused, but because I am there, and I can reinforce that it's okay and it's actually really fun. I give them a lot of treats. Like mostly, I just pamper the cats this month. Like Christmas and New Year's, it's mostly about the cats for me. Even though my birthday is in there as well, I don't really care about that. I want to make sure that the kitties are happy. And I think really that was kind of born also from the fact that Bo, my first kitty, she was a foundling, and I lost her not last summer, this summer, but last summer. And her birthday month is December. I think that is where it started. Oh no, Erin, don't give me away. Nah, nah, sometimes, just sometimes. Hi, the most friendliest. How are you doing? You're new. Oh no. Do you wanna introduce yourself? No, it's okay. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. It's kids that don't stop and think about their actions being stupid. Yeah, and I'm already scared of the world, you know. And teenagers still, if I see teenagers on both sides of a path that I really need to, pass, I am not ashamed to say that there are times that I turn around. There are days where I'm not secure enough in my in my age. I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm turning 34 like next week, sort of. So, but I'm terrified. I'm terrified of teenagers. They just don't have enough conscience yet to understand the repercussions, the long term pain that they can cause. And during New Year's, they just are given ammunition, and it's not like I blame them for that per se, but at the same time, it's my responsibility to keep myself safe. Being scared is almost a promise that you're gonna get into trouble because you're out in the world differently, and I have to make decisions. I am scared in general. That's why I'm on freaking medication. So I just take extra precautions with New Year's Eve. And I'll say, like, before that, I would go out with friends because, not necessarily peer pressure, but because that's just what people do. You go out to family or to the bar with friends with, I don't know what people do for New Year's, but that it doesn't have to be, if you stay at home and you have just a normal evening, that is completely fine too. You're not missing out on anything. If that is what makes you feel good, I would say you would be missing out if you force yourself to go to a party, and be miserable. Think about what works for you. But the first year was really hard. I did feel the words of my peers quite heavily. But in the morning, I was relieved. I was very much relieved. A short novel by Jordan Yevgov, a Bulgarian classic author who is one of the best in writing. Are there English translations of their work, Borky? Because if so, do you want to submit them to the Hermit road trip? She'll open the door, and on top of the door there's a bucket of water or something. No, no, I just, I, people are not, they're not careful, and an accident can happen in an instant, and especially in combination with fireworks. It's just not my thing. I love looking at fireworks in the distance from behind a window, but I don't want to be near it. I don't want to be near it. I am from the Netherlands, friendliest, and that is also where I currently live. Right, I lost literally ammunition, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault, but I don't want to be um, the person that has to deal with the consequences of their actions. I don't want to be their lesson, if that makes any sense. Becoming a person that don't want being just that much. Oh God! See, this is what I mean. And Bulgaria isn't even one of the countries that I'm worried about. I'm worried about a lot of Asian countries, South American countries, African countries. Look, pretty much all the countries except the West. I'm worried about for the hermit road trip. So I need to start making some promotion for that so I can reach other people. So if you know of a translated work from any country, really, doesn't have to be your country. Um, I would really. Mhm. I would really appreciate it. In the description of this video is a sheet, a Google sheet. You can submit books per country. There's no limit on how many books. I mean, the video explains it as well. But I want to travel the entire world through books. Is that in the Google sheet already? If not, can you put it there, Les Bound? We are going to go into a power hour though. The goal of the power hour is to try and practice flow, getting into the zone, focus as long as you can. Now, a full hour is really long, and I'm not going to be able to do that either. The point of the practice is getting back into what you're doing. It's starting that is often the hardest part. So, that is what we're going to try to do during the power hour, right? I feel like reading is one of the best ways to try to gain stamina when it comes to focus, but you do whatever you need to do. Gaming, just breathing, listening to music, whatever it is, I will leave you to it in quiet. I'll mute myself so you can turn on your own music, listen to your own silence, or maybe the yelling in your head. I've had a lot of that lately, so you do you. Keep each other company in chat if that is what you feel doing today. I'm going to stop yapping and learn more about sad physicists. I'll see you in an hour. last moments. Winston is causing a lot of trouble, and also there was a siren anyway, so it was for the best. How are we doing? Jesus, this book is so heavy. We're taking a 10-minute break, and then we're doing one more sprint. I'm gonna do my best to stay here, but Winston wants attention, which I totally understand. Hello, Trace. Welcome in. Thank you so much. You look incredible today as well. I hope you're having a good day. I am reading The Maniac by Benjamin Labatut. Don't do it. Which is about a physicist, one in particular, but all the people around him as well. John von Neumann. But it's not really about the things that these people get, I mean, Oppenheimer Oppenheimer was just mentioned. He's gonna enter the stage in a little bit. Alan Turing, this person was great friends with Einstein. Unfortunately, the days of these people were kind of sad, and there was a lot of war and persecution. I am learning about the White Terror, for example, which I thought was one thing, but no, it's several countries. There's the Night of the Long Knives. And these things I stumble upon, and they're mentioned. They don't go into detail about these things, but I don't know necessarily about them, and I'm curious, so I looked them up. So I'm learning a lot more than this book is giving me on its own, which is normal. I always look up things that I want to look up. Stop it, please stop it. When I'm reading a book, but this is just a lot more heavy than I was expecting it to. So it's my orange cat is looking for trouble because he wants attention, which I understand. But also, if he's being a bully, I can't give him attention, because then I teach him that he can get attention by being an asshole. We can't have that. Let me see. I think someone else came in as well. I don't know about that, Borky. I don't know. It sounds good on the surface, but I think there are people in those countries that would or could benefit from getting into translating, because there is a lot of apathy and outright hostility towards AI. And being a writer myself, using AI to translate a book, no matter how much I want to read it, feels wrong. It feels wrong, especially knowing what was it Meta? I'm not sure. Meta has done to every author in the history of books to train their systems or their bots or whatever. I don't use AI. I'm sure there's hidden AI in my workspace, but consciously I avoid it like the plague. So I don't think I want to use that. I would rather, through the Hermit Road Trip, bring awareness to countries that are severely underrepresented, and hopefully inspire people to do it themselves. Who knows? Maybe there's people out there who could make a career out of it. It's tempting. I'll admit it's very tempting, but I'm afraid that this is one of those jobs that I don't want to see go to AI. I want AI to flip burgers, not infringe more on our creative space, I think. And it is still there. It is still there. It's just on the other side, because Winston kept knocking it off the fridge, and I didn't want it to be ruined. I'm sorry, Storm. I'm sorry. This book is just at the same time. I'm enjoying this, but it's just a lot of information to process because it's about real people, real things that happened, and it's confronting in the sense that I have an obsession with justice and truth as well. Not to the degree of these people, surely, but it's a bit it's more personal than I would like to admit. To read the process of how these people unravel is kind of scary. No, it didn't. It didn't want to give you that message, Dialos. But there you go. Well, so there's a place. There's a place for AI. I think it can be very helpful for people who are, for example, I don't know, limited in some way. I think in that case there can be Winston. Winston, please stop. No, I mean you're right. You're right. I couldn't go for a walk with you because it was too bright outside. Okay, you win. You win. Okay, we're gonna have a little chat. I couldn't go for a walk with him the last 2 days because it was too bright and my eyes are sensitive. It's not bright outside now. I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind. He's right. He deserves to go on a walk. So we're gonna have a chat. I'm not gonna do another sprint. We're just gonna chat a little bit about AI if you want, or the book I'm reading. I'm sorry, Storm. Yes, I don't know his name. Oppenheimer. It's Oppenheimer, right? Not Howard. um, I'll go with on a walk with him. He's right. He's right. I was late as well today, so and he doesn't deserve to suffer for my chronic illness. It's not his fault. I understand, but the things in those books won't be translated anyways. Translators here are busy translating stuff to Bulgarian, not the other way around. No, no, okay, if you do that, I'm gonna change my mind again. Listen, dude, no. Give me a few more minutes. Winston, I have two cats, and he's bullying my other cat because he knows that that will definitely get a response. Listen, I am changing my mind, but you have to be a good boy, okay? Go to your puzzle, your new puzzle. Just don't dare him either. Oh my gosh, chaos is ensuing. This is okay. So if you're new here, normally this is when around this time I end stream. I was very late today, and that means that around this time he gets attention. He gets attention. That doesn't always mean a walk, but because I couldn't go for a walk, he wants a walk. He's letting me know that he wants to go for a walk. He's named after a dog, so he behaves like a dog, in the sense that he will sit in front of the door and stuff. Winston, if you do this though, we're gonna have a problem. No, I mean it. No, no, don't do this. Do you want me to start talking in Dutch? Because I will. You know I'm serious about talking Dutch. Hello? I'm talking to you. Yes, you. Stop it. Be a good boy. Anyway, but maybe the reason there's no people aren't translating into English is because there is no. Toulouse, can you come here? Can you come here? Can you come here? Then he can't reach you if you're here. Because there's no one asking for books, translated works from Bulgaria, right? But if we don't, chicken or the egg, I feel like this is a case of chicken or the egg. If we ask, maybe then people will be enticed to put effort into it. Does that make sense? The problem with crossing lines, and this goes for life, I feel like, once you have crossed a line or given in on a boundary, then you lose the resistance for that boundary or that line. You have already crossed it, so why not do it more? So once you start using AI for things like this, because don't get me wrong, but because of impatience. Because if you put a little bit of time and effort into it, I'm so sure we can find someone who is willing to translate this and put it up for sale on Amazon if need be, because you can self publish, right? I'm sure there are ways to make this human only work. I'm so sure of that, but we have to be consistent. We have to make sure we don't cross lines we don't want to cross in the future either. And if that means practicing a little bit of patience and willpower, that's not a bad thing. We're so used to instant gratification that I see why it might be tempting, but I would rather play the long game. Is that how you say it? Yeah, stay here, baby. Yeah, I want my AI to do my cleaning and chores so I have more time to write and make more art. Not AI to write and make more art so I have more time to clean and do chores. Yeah. It's a slippery slope though, because I do feel like AI, even in places where I don't want it to be, for people who have a disability, for example, that's the gray area, right? But we need to be really careful where we allow AI to break boundaries. Because once those are broken, it's really hard to reestablish them. It's pretty much impossible. And this, like I said, this goes for everything. Once you allow yourself to uh, uh, um, cross a line that goes against your morals or your principles, you have now crossed it. And next time you won't feel that pressure of, but I have never done this before and I don't want to do this before. Once you cross it, if we allow AI into one space, an argument can be made to let it into others. Once its foot is in the door, nothing good will come of it once it barges in. There's a place. Did it say hello to Death themselves, Twitch? If not, hello, thank you for the follow, welcome in. It's a slippery slope. And yeah, Atlas is right. It's already we're already on such dangerous ground. So I do intend to, with the Hermit Road Trip, to really try and get my submissions from other people, because then those people are engaged and hopefully they'll tell other people. And this way, hopefully, countries that are now completely neglected will find some kind of footing into translating works into English. Because that's just the easiest language to translate works into, for works to become better known. Not just because it's my favorite language, because it's the one I speak fluently aside from my native tongue, but it's just a world language, right? And I promise I'm gonna do my best to um, make like shorts and stuff, because they're just easier to digest, to spread the word a little bit about the more um, niche countries, I guess. But there are going to be books there. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll set something. No, that's not. Well, it is. Set something in motion that could bring these authors into more light. If you start making exceptions, it's quite easy to move the goalpost another step and another afterwards. Yeah, Trace, exactly. And authors are already so treated so badly, and I mean, I don't know exactly the details about what happened with the. I think it was Meta, right? That stole all the books in the world to train their bot. What is it? I don't see. This is how much I know about AI and shit. Um, None of the authors were paid. And what was the last thing? An author posted something on Instagram. I think it was Catherine Arden, also about AI. I don't remember. Uh, it doesn't matter. The point is, I think it's very tempting because on the other side of this conversation is, well, because in Bulgaria is the example country right now, because there's no interest in translating works into English. Maybe using AI will give a sort of a bit of a kickstart to translating works, right? No, I don't think that's a safe. I don't think that that's safe. I think that there's too many dangers in allowing AI to encroach in the book world as is. Listen, this hermit road trip is gonna last for years. So somewhere down the line, we're gonna have all countries. I promise, we're gonna have all countries, and hopefully, it will set something into motion that will bring even more work into the translation world. The facility I work in has just had pizza. Christmas pizza. I know. I see you. I see you. Where did it go? No, no, no. Winston, yes, go there. Go play with your puzzle. You have this pretty new puzzle. He has a great new puzzle filled with treats. Play with this. Amuse yourself. Just a little bit longer. Something about pizza. Pizza is important. Pizza is life. I went into the conference room 20 minutes after the pizza arrived. I didn't get any pizza. Oh, I got. Oh, that is so selfish. Oh, no. And also, why didn't they order more? You can never have enough pizza. Just like books. How do you buy all the books in the world? I don't work here. I'm not going to buy all the books in the world. I'm going to try and start with one book per country. I am working on getting a map. One of those scratch maps that I want to hang over here so I can keep track of all the countries. And you can see, hopefully, I'll change the camera maybe, where what countries have already been visited. But knowing myself, I'll probably read more of each country anyway. But I want to try to read at least one book, see how this is going to go. If there's like 250 books that I'm going to have to read for this project, if I read one book a month, this is going to take forever. I love it. But it's not gonna be something I'm gonna be able to do in a month or something. So it's not gonna change much from my normal reading habits. I don't think. Borky, if you do, I will read it, and maybe this is the start of finding out how to help people from underrepresented countries to find their way to publishers to get it in a legit format, right? How to contact the author themselves or their publisher or a publisher that publishes translated works. Maybe we can figure it out together. And through this unfortunate experience, reach more authors for everyone. I'm really bad at explaining it's so huge in my brain. It's really hard to put it into words. I'm sorry. And also, there's a little orange devil is causing trouble. Yeah, I didn't. I have to change it. That's not map is going to be different. But I had to think quick because I realized I was being a bit redundant by sending people to the video, even though that's the best place to figure out what I mean with the hermit road trip. But yes, there you can. That is the document where you can submit your books plus country. I mean, it speaks for itself. The process is at the end is just for me and for you, so you can check if you want if I've already looked at your book and put it in the Goodreads list. And I've also decided to put the submissions that I can process on my throne, because it is a lot. But if I decide to read a book that hasn't been gifted, I'm going to buy it myself. But if you want to help me out with the Hermit Road Trip, I do put all the submissions on my throne as well. Just in case, you never know. A Loop was kind enough to give me their submission, and one by Guru Chat. So I'm set for January at the very least. Um, and I was very lucky that I have been gifted an ebook by I'm the Fixer last year. So if I can't get my hands on a physical copy per se, or it's just outrageously expensive, I can just buy the ebook. Nee, moeder, luister nu naar mij. Geef mij liefde en knuffels, anders ontketen ik de hel in dit huis. Honestly, yes, that is exactly how he speaks. I would actually have to think about Belgian authors. The only one I can think of at the moment is Mark de Bell. The Boo Books were a massive part of Boo Books. Boo Books? Is that the translation of kippenvel? You know, the fun thing about the new puzzle that was given to that I put on Throne for Winston, really. Tusha plays with it as well, and she doesn't play with the other puzzle, even though this one is more difficult, the one I just showed. It's so adorable. She doesn't get it at all. She doesn't even like snacks, but she plays with it. It's so cute. I'm gonna work after stream and the rest of the week on making the commands a little bit more logical, and think about how to promote the Hermit Road Trip a little bit better, to make it concise, explain it in a way that makes sense. Because I get it in my brain, I get it, it makes sense, but to put it into words is something completely different. When we're getting so many comics, brain upbraiding. Comics, welcome as well. While it's not quite the same as the book club, right? The cherrypies book club. I do veto not a lot, really. People really understand what the point is, but for the book club, I don't necessarily want informational nonfiction books, because I hope to inspire people to read the books that we pull from the submissions, even if it is out of their comfort zone. But if it's a school-like book, that is just not entertaining. The Hermit Road Trip, well, I would love it if people joined me, and that is almost the goal. The most important one is really selfish. I want to know about these countries, and through my reading of the books from these countries, or books about countries, because I understand sometimes people get exiled and stuff, or they have to leave for their own safety. I understand that not everyone is going to read these books, because it's just people don't have the time. This is my life, so I hope that through my traveling the world through books and talking about it in a easily digestive manner, I can show people the beauty of the world, and maybe after that inspire them to also read about these places and these people and cultures, and I don't know, the color of the sky and the way the rainbow is different in Asia as it is here, because it is. It just is. It's different. The sky is different. The molecules in the air is different. It's all different. So if it comes to the Hermit Road Trip, if it's a history book, I'm in. I'll read anything. Winston, you were doing so good. Almost done. Leave her alone. Yeah, eat the candies. Play with the puzzle. It's there for you. I'm letting my tea go cold. But expect to have more explanation for the Hermit Road Trip. I do need to experiment a little bit with the format, I guess. Well, with the format, I mean like how I want to present it. Because I am a new YouTuber, okay? I don't know what I got myself into, but here we are. I still don't know what I'm doing. Most of the editing, I'm really just playing around. But you'll see. I'm really excited. Waarom Belgen gelijk hebben en Nederlanders gelijk krijgen? Oh, I'm sorry. I turned into a trumpet. That is so funny. I don't know the answer, but I know it's true. If I translate anything, I'll probably just send it to you because I'm pretty sure if I go to a publisher and tell them that I will give them the translation for free, they will reject me because the editing, the copyright, and the paper as well, they will still have to invest a lot of money. And ebooks are not being sold here since books are going to be leaked, so better give it to you and not deal with the reality here. We'll figure something out by that point. All right, Borky? I am very much willing to help you with this because you are not the only one with this problem. I really wish I'd left it in because I did say it in my original video that there's just an undeniable bias towards Western anything. It doesn't. It's not just books. It's everything. And it's just really hard to get exposed to other cultures and something outside of your own echo chamber if you don't purposefully look for it. And I kind of want to change it. But we're gonna figure that out together, all right, Borky? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Take it easy, because I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be on this road trip for the coming at least 5 years. Who knew? I accidentally gave myself a 10-year plan. It's okay. It gives me not anxiety. It actually gives me a lot of calm to know, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I'm relieved if I make it through the day and the week, you know. So having some kind of something to hold on to for the coming time, at least I know what I'll be reading, right? But Borky, if you do this, I would be so incredibly impressed. And who knows, you might be the first domino in a very important road, right? So don't be discouraged. Don't say no to your own work before you have given it a chance, all right? If you do get the chance of reading books from other cultures, they are translated in a way that doesn't fully give justice to the message. But this is also why it's important that humans do the translation work, and why I stepped away from Duolingo. Duolingo decided to, I'm not sure they went through with it actually, because I was just so turned off from the entire app, because it happened at the same time as Spotify with the AI war investment. What the hell? So Duolingo fired pretty much all of their humans because they wanted to start working with AI. And no. Language is so incredibly human. How dare you put an AI on? No. So that's why I haven't done Duolingo in forever. So, because I know from, for example, Terry Pratchett is a great example. Terry Pratchett makes jokes that are just completely untranslatable, which is true. It's very true. But we need to start somewhere, right? Someone asked Gandhi what he thought about Western civilization, and he replied, I think it would be a wonderful idea. Same! Oh, I have opinions that are probably not very popular, but I feel like civilization is really just not, we're all animals, man. We're all animals, and the sooner we accept it, the better we will be off. They don't have Bulgarian either, Borky? That's for shame. Je suis un chat. I don't know French anymore. It fell away. I was learning French on Duolingo, but alas, I had to stop. Because they decided to go for AI, and I don't want to be part of it. Even though I wasn't paying for Duolingo, I was paying with my time in their ads. So no Duolingo, no Spotify for me. Has anyone gotten their Spotify Wrapped? Speaking of which, how are you doing, Loop? I got some of the things that you got. A few of the books. So we're starting the Hermit Road Trip instantly on January 1st. Because I will not have a... Scraticus, hi! I didn't say hi. I just feel awkward here as an AI specialist. No! Listen, AI has a time and place. But we have to be careful where we allow AI to go. Because I think AI is genius. But we're allowing it to encroach in places where humans are supposed to thrive. And with that, I mean art and culture and music and that kind of stuff. While as a tool, I still believe AI has its place. We can't let humans be replaced in places like that, in music and art and, the creative places. But there are so many jobs that AI could do and humans would be better off and no one would complain, but instead you don't be embarrassed, Graticus, because I'm not against AI. I'm just against putting it in places like Duolingo when language is so beautiful. I love all languages. I wish I could continue with Duolingo and pick up my French, because I was also learning. I have a base level of Swedish thanks to Duolingo. I was learning French, and I had a little bit of Italian and Latin as well. So, I really used it, but we have to be careful where we let it go. You weren't impressed with Duolingo? Right, Loop? I don't know. Also, I want to show you. The puzzle came in. And the best thing about it is not just it's more difficult, but Tuesday is trying it as well. She doesn't even like the snacks that I put in there, but she's so curious about it that she plays with it as well. Thank you. Oh, the Spotify. I don't have one. I'm still keeping an eye on the rest, Loop. But it's slowly but surely it's starting to trickle in. Yeah, Tu's too. She doesn't understand what she's doing, but she's playing with it as well. I don't think she understands the purpose. Winston did instantly. He got it immediately. I know what you mean, but I also sometimes dabble with those things too for just a weird POV. Using music generation models helps me become a better prompter in other languages. Because in any machine that turns characters into sounds, you can't generate an example output, so the entire result hinges on the input. It's very interesting to use. So you're using it as a tool, right? Not to make complete, not to generate a fake person to sing fake songs and make a fake career, right? Or am I insulting you now unintentionally? Because that I agree with that. Yeah, a tool, definitely. Yeah, it's fine if it's just used as a tool and not a complete replacement. Yeah. The only really place where I feel like AI should replace humans is where humans are kind of humiliated, to give it a word, by having to deign to take that job because there's nothing else. Like, I don't know, just dirty jobs that no one wants to do. Make a robot for that. Make AI for that. For jobs that people don't want to do. But I'm pretty sure that almost everyone that is in a job that they didn't really choose to take has some kind of hobby or dream that they would desperately want to chase but can't. And it's being made harder because now AI is a competition as well. It's not okay. It's interesting times we're living in, really. Oh, Scraticus, you know what? I'm so sorry that you're having so many troubles at the end of the year, because that fucking sucks. I'm not gonna say sorry for that one. And I hope you find enough peace to realize that a week, because it's going to be Christmas, it's going to be holidays and New Year's. I hope you and your wife, girlfriend, wife, know that you can just pause and enjoy the holidays, okay? And try to not think about it. Next year we'll pick it back up and we'll do better. I'm so sorry. That's the end of year. That really sucks. Try to force two is going back for a big time. Yeah, also, AI is not, I mean, I saw some interesting videos. So I the best roles to replace with AI is almost certainly CEO jobs. Yes, that was what I was thinking as well. To show major addiction traits like most rich folk and an agent that performs business on the moral grounding of improving life quality would arguably do better job. No more penis rockets. Ego trippers. I mean, I know too much about psychology. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. Oh yes, definitely. What was I reading? I was reading something that completely ties into this. I don't know. I'm reading too many books at the same time, I think. It's because of the maniac. Yeah, that's a great. Yeah. Not police, though. I am worried about the police bots that are roaming some countries. I don't believe in those. I don't know the specific situation, but as someone who is unemployed too, I try not to be too hard on myself and focus on the good moments, not forgetting to treat myself. Yeah, yeah. Resting is not a reward. That is an activity. That's the one that I've been working on the hardest. Like taking a moment to recharge your battery is vital. You're not gonna survive if you keep going without energy. Police bots? Yeah, Loop. I'm not kidding. Police bots. Isn't that scary? Let me look at the calendar because I'm not entirely sure how the week falls next week. So the coming Sunday we just have a normal, regular, just chatting, and the week after that we have the book club wrap up, and also my birthday. Why? I'm not saying that because I don't want to get older, but it's just I don't. Well, I don't like my birthday. Um, Christmas Eve is on Wednesday. You secured support from the government for at least next month. Oh, okay, good. I wasn't entirely sure, and I didn't want to press sensitive buttons like if there's like safety nets. 50% households earning reduction until end of April. 30 reduction from baseline until October. Okay, but that gives you some room to breathe and to find solutions and to allow yourself, and this is so really important, to just press pause for a few days during the holidays, all right? And I'm not saying spend money you don't have because you don't need to spend money to have a good time. Like make a blanket for it or a pillow for it and watch movies with just your childhood snacks that are usually not that expensive and have a Christmas like that. Actually, I might do that myself. And just don't think about it. You're allowed to, for a few days, to just not think about it. If you can't actually do something about it in that moment, especially when it comes to something like this, you're allowed to leave it like in the hallway and not touch it until you can again. I'll be older in 5 days. I have 11 to go. Last week. Oh no, we all had birthdays. Happy birthday, everyone. Hi, Vampire. How are you doing? So Christmas Eve. I think I was gonna do a stream on Christmas Eve, right? Just a small one. Don't expect too much. Where the hell? Oh, here. Yeah, I know there's a time on the events calendar in Discord, but don't hang your hat on that. I don't know why. It makes no sense. I'll get back to that next week. But on Christmas Eve, we'll have a little stream as well. And for the rest, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna do a normal stream schedule as far as I can, because the first, yeah, is on Thursday, so I don't have to like. I'll probably just be reading a lot though for next week and the week after. um, yeah, until New Year, until the New Year. I think that's probably best. Your birthday's the nicest. Why? We're all Capricorns. I mean, birds of a feather. I now know that saying. If you're doing a stream on the 24th, I expect the whole 9 yards, several decorations, and you in a costume. Father Christmas. What? Father Cherrymas? Father Cherrymas. Honest, that sounds really funny. I wouldn't mind having like a beard. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about zodiacs. I don't know why I dared say that. 69 Scraticus. um, yeah, I was worried that maybe the Christmas was gonna force me to do something, but it's gonna be as normal as possible, the schedule, with a little bit extra on Wednesday evening. If that is all right with you. It's true. I believe you. I believe you, Scroticus. Okay. Winston has calmed down. He doesn't know the word yet, so I'm gonna prepare and go for a walk with my cat because he wants to go for a walk. And yes, he does pee on the leash as well. I don't know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the interesting conversations and giving me food for thought. I always love it when you leave me with a lot of thoughts because they're a lot better than the ones that I have in my brain on my own. So thank you for that. I'll be back on Sunday. It's gonna be a just chatting stream. When it comes to the hermit road trip, I'm working on making it more clear and but I'm gonna need your help, okay? I love you. Don't forget to drink water. I know you didn't see me drink water, but I do have it. Take care of yourself. Be nice, especially to yourself. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye.